direct. We are here in Dallas, Texas, and this is Monolithic, where the tension is so thick you can literally cut it with an axe. What am I talking about? During the intro, P.D. Powers made his way to the ring, grabbed a microphone, called out Drew's attacker once again, and here we sit. I was about to say awaiting the arrival of someone, but some music popped on, so somebody is coming out the back.
And his opponent from the Ukraine, weighing in at 175 pounds, and
almost a year to the day when we saw Danilo Pollock's in-ring competition of the last time you saw him falling there to Drewy. Probably the reason he made his unofficial return back at Fixation and did that to little Drewy. Been away for almost a year, and the only thing I get from him and his attorney is he was away on a hiatus. Look as if he has beefed up since the last time that we seen him in ring. He's knocking on the door to be competing in the Mercury, Stormbreakers Championship division. But for now, the former BLM co-champion coming in at 5 and 6 losses will be competing in the Mercury's Moniker division. As P comes out on the offensive first, stunning Danilo Pollock in this historical matchup, as this is the very first time these two have locked horns inside of the squared circle. Danilo coming to the brand in 2025 during a time where Petey and Gorilla Gates were doing a stint overseas. And now they are back home, and hence the reason we have this matchup going on. Simply put, Petey says he does not like cowards, and that is describing the actions of Danilo back at Fixation, as this one has spilled outside of the ring in this no holds barred falls count anywhere match. You can use anything to incapacitate your opponent and get a 3 count on him. As Petey with the mounted punch is welcoming back Danilo with a bunch of knuckles to the skull. And I see hot sauce flowing from the head of the returning Danilo. Petey softening up Danilo enough to bust him wide open. And we're going back into the ring as Petey looks like he is in prime condition and in mode to take out Danilo as he misses with a Superman punch. And Danilo capitalizes with a float over DT. Finally getting some offense in after gushing hot sauce. Nice baseball slide. Powerbomb on P.D. Powers, and Danilo has flipped the switch on and is giving it to Petey right about this time. As he is hulking up for the faithful here in Dallas, Texas, and setting Petey up to do a little bit of damage on that arm. And now to the lower half of Petey by stepping on his ankle. Danilo looking confident as ever. And rush right into a counter from Petey. Petey awakens and gets back on the offensive here in matchup number 1. notice, wait a second, Danilo with a counter. Petey was about to set him up, but instead we go counter for counter and we end it in the corner as Petey goes for a pinfall on Danilo. Only a 2 count and the bout continues. 2 cruiserweights out of the Mercury's Moniker cruiserweight division. Head to head here in your opening bout. As both gentlemen going shopping, but Danilo is the only one that gets to use the weapon that he pulled out of the grab bag. And going to work on the head of Petey, as if he's trying to issue out some punishment that like he took from Petey earlier on. As a float over backstabber on Petey Powers, and he goes for a pinfall attempt on him. 2 count. Absolutely stunned by the agility of this man, Danilo Pollux, coming back from a year's stint off of the brand, and we have some more hot sauce spilling, but this time it's on the head of Petey Powers. As Danilo just got a combo ran on him by Petey that ended in a knee strike. And now Petey Powers is back in control of this bout. Back and forth seesaw battle between these 2 young men. Who's gonna cap it off with a win as a sleeper being applied is broken up with a chin check by Danilo. As we are keeping this one on the outside of the square circle. Danilo once again to that arm of Petey. And a human being's arm is not supposed to stretch like that as he goes for a pinfall attempt. Petey with the fortitude of a lion. Evading that potential pinfall by Danilo. As Danilo with a knee to the side of the head of Petey Powers. And he's sitting there long enough for Danilo to lock in the cross-face chicken wing on his competitor. Will he make Petey tap out? That's a definite yes, as Danilo gets the win on his return here in Dallas, Texas. The unbreakable Ukrainian is back with a fury, and he downs Petey Powers in the process. All right, party people, we have championship tag team action next on the bill as the Atari brothers defend the Brotherhood Tag Team Championships against Eye Candy. Coming up next here on Monolithic.
This is Maddie Chatterbox encouraging you to hit the like man. They're only free $99. So once again, hit the like button to help our channel grow.
Ladies, you get your fill of some eye candy. And guess what? It is a tag team championship matchup to boot. Eye candy looking sharp as a machete here in Dallas, Texas. Your #1 contenders for the Brotherhood Tag Team Championships.
Is a tornado tag team match and is for the Extreme Alliance Zone Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 470 pounds, the Chick Magnet.
Sharp enough to cut or skin a crocodile. The last time they rocked this attire, they became the #1 contenders for the Brotherhood Tag Team Championships. But they've been tied up over the past month or so in regards to the information that was made public about the night that T-Ron was jumped back at Yellow Brick Bedlam in 2024. Word from the trainers is Champ is suffering from allergies and is not 100%. Anyway, want to talk about 100%.
At a combined weight of 418 pounds, the Extreme Alliance Zone Tag Team Champions, the Bloodline.
Jabari and Nazari, the Atari brothers, last time we saw them in tag team action, they fell to Eye Candy. Eye Candy having the momentum coming into this one. Which brings forth a question. Will this be a repeat performance out of the Atari brothers? And will Eye Candy walk up out of Dallas, Texas with the Brotherhood Tag Team Championships around their waist? We shall see, so let's get it. Dallas is on their feet to the beat here in matchup number 2. There is the Hardware. Ace Curly has positioned in the air. Gold on the line in matchup number 2. Eye Candy 16 and 16, and Atari brothers 22 and 18. And the bell tolls 40 people, and it is going on full throttle here in matchup number 2. Champ whipping Nazari out of the ring, and he is caught by Jabari with a cutter. And now the teams have paired off. One-on-one competition. Jabari dominating Champ. Ever since he had his back turned, looking at his brother outside of the ring. The Atari brothers holding on to these Brotherhood Championship Tag Team belts for 230 days. Will it be extended here tonight, or will they drop the ball to Eye Candy? At the current, Eye Candy is feeling the wrath of the Atari brothers. They ain't gaming around here as they trying to get them up out of here and back to the showers with their Brotherhood Tag Team Championships. They are focused, laser-like on Eye Candy, who aims to take the belts from him here tonight. Nazari whipped into the corner by Champ. And Champ setting him up for a baseball slide powerbomb. As T-Ron and Jabari battling it out. Hold on, a collision of sorts. Looking like a demolition site after all those bodies collided into each other. Champ locking on to Nazari, and this seems to be the better matchup for both units. As Champ hulking up over there, and T-Ron with the arm bar on. Nazari does not tap, and Jabari goes to work on Champ in the far left corner and goes for a pinfall attempt on him. Only a one-count. Champ a little bit tougher than he may seem. And then out of nowhere with the cheat code, the Atari Brothers retain the Brotherhood Tag Team Championship.
Still Extreme Alliance Zone Tag Team Champions, the Bloodline.
Magnificent performance out of the Atari Brothers, who came out of the gate fierce and ferocious. Letting you know that win the other night by Eye Candy was nothing but a fluke. Kudos to the Atari Brothers for retaining their Brotherhood Tag Team Championships. And hold on a second, a little dissension between Eye Candy after the match. I don't know what that is about, two teammates discussing their loss. Anyhow, we get ready and set for matchup number 3, which is Bagman Nemo defending his Mercury's Moniker championship against Drewy on Monolithic.
I watched while my name faded into obscurity. Silence is powerful. It lets you see who forgets you. Drewy forgot, so I reminded him, and I'm not done reminding anyone.
This is a DJ Soul Search production.
Stormbreaker title on the line. And the King makes his way to the ring. Bow in the presence of His Royal Majesty here at Monolithic. And Charlie won this opportunity via a #1 contenders matchup. Let's just say he's been imbalanced as of late, because just as good as he did in that matchup, he totally dropped the ball when he cashed in on the Brown Phantom. Sorry I took that long pause, but this guy right here is a veteran and has not tasted any type of championship since he's been here, man, and I'm downright disappointed at his effort when he attempted to cash in on a fallen KC Reed, ex-friend of his, by the way, too. But more about that as we get on in to the matchup. Here's your Stormbreakers champion, the Demon, and he's in his final form. Making his way to the ring. And the last time these two linked it up, it went the distance. But the Demon definitely pulled ahead at the end of that one. In fact, throughout the contest, Charlie put on a dominating effort. But all it takes is 3 seconds, and it's over. all of the cosmic energy in the galaxy. Or should I say the current lunar activity in our solar system has brought the demon out of his shell, and he's in his final form. Party people, let's get it.
Introducing the challenger from Kansas City, Kansas, weighing in at 228 pounds, the King Charles Race. And his opponent from the other side of darkness, weighing in at 216 pounds, the Action Champion, Demon Cruz.
Current reign 139 days. Will his reign be extended, or will the era of King Charlie begin here tonight in the Stormbreakers division? As Victor Sokolov seems to be better as we heard he is under the weather as well. Good thing about being a referee, all you gotta do is count, you ain't gotta wrestle. And the bell tolls in this special guest referee Iron Man's match. Here in matchup number 3, and if you are just tuning in to the Freak Wrestling channel, go ahead and hit us up with a like, share, or sub. After all, it won't cost you a dub. It's free, man, free. Speaking of free, they are free of the confines of the square circle and have taken it to the street as Demon goes for the first pinfall. Only a 1 count, 15-minute time limit, y'all, in this one. So really, all the Demon has to do is do his best to keep it 0-0 or to jump out for an early lead. Almost did that with that near fall. And he continues to wreak havoc on the arms of Charlie Race. The Demon, we don't get to see him looking like that much often. He's pretty calm, but still a threat. But this ominous side of this man, or should I say of this Demon, is something to behold as he is speak down Charlie as if Charlie owes him lunch money. What you got? Oh, my 40, homie. And as I talk bad about Charlie, he turns it around enough to get some distance between him and those punches of Demon Blue. Charlie with a hockey stick momentarily, but then the Demon comes back with a combination and gets right back where he left off and goes for a pinfall attempt. Another near pinfall. And Charlie is up and at him. Jumping power slam on the Demon out of nowhere, and Charlie is getting a tad bit nasty and gnarly after receiving that lengthy punishment from the Demon. Now back to Charlie, and hold on a second, hot sauce from the head of the Demon. Charlie's making a Demon draw blood, and he's focusing his offensive repertoire onto that wound as well. Now, I told you I was going to say something about Charlie later on in this matchup. Well, this is the time. a big, giant disappointment with that cash in, because I caught him behind the scenes, because you know nothing gets by me, and I still know nothing at the same time. Both of those realities can exist. And I tried to stop Charlie before cashing in, trying to let him know that it would have benefited him to get some more tape on the Brown Maniac, and, in my personal opinion, squared up 1-on-1. I told him I think he would have took him. But he didn't listen. And he failed, so he better damn well take advantage of this opportunity to get this championship away from the Demon, who has arisen and puts Charlie down with a full over DDT and goes for a pinfall attempt. Another one in the balance. No one claiming dominance yet in this spectacle of a matchup between the Demon and King Charlie Race. The Demon looking kind of perplexed as to why he can't get a pinfall on Charlie, but really, he can just play keep away and keep it 0-0, and he'll still walk up out of here with his Stormbreaker intact. Another near pinfall. Hold on a second. Charlie has snapped and hit Victor Sokolov with a belly-to-belly. And now he focuses in on the Demon. Can Charlie capitalize on this momentum and get a pinfall on the Demon in his final form as he goes for a pinfall attempt? Still, no one has fallen in this 15-minute time limit Iron Man match. Charlie loking out a couple of minutes ago, man, and putting 1-2 the Black Russian Victor Sokolov. I'm telling you, Charlie, you remember Victor Sokolov quite well. Don't make me bring him out of a retirement and put him back in the dang old ring. As the Demon setting Charlie up and going for a pinfall attempt. Near fall after near fall is still 0-all. As the Demon going for another pinfall attempt on Charlie. And another one's down. How many near falls are we going to have here in this contest? That might be a reason to close the current poll question and set up another one. How many near pinfalls do you think are going to go down in this matchup? Will it be more than 10 or will it be 20 at the end of this contest, as Charlie didn't get a count at all, and Victor Sokolov keeping his distance away from Charlie, who's been unpredictable in this matchup, to say the least. Out of the character of Charlie Race. But then again, in a matchup of this magnitude, anything is liable to make you go ham. Punch to the chin of the King by the Demon. And for a brief moment, having some offense going, but Charlie there to whip the momentum meter back in his favor. Back into the ring we go. And instead of hitting the demon with the barbed wire bat, he goes for a pinfall attempt. Still, no score, 0-0. Bengals, Browns, nobody scoring to the end. As a reversal by the demon. In that half-hearted attempt at a vertical suplex. And what's that get you? Momentum taken away by the demon. Charlie cannot be making mistakes of that caliber and expect to get a win here tonight as the demon going for a pinfall attempt. Yet another 2 count in this one. Is anybody gonna pull ahead in this one? As the fisherman suplex by King Charlie, only another of many 2 counts in this matchup. Now, the King getting very good use of that barbed wire bat against the body and the skull of the demon. And tries to sneak in a pinfall attempt on the demon. Charlie is a 1-0 with almost 5 minutes to go in this contest. Can he play keep away? Hell no. He makes a mistake. Right on cue, man. And the demon back in control of this one. I'm beginning to think that maybe the demon is invincible. This cat has transformed into his final form and is wreaking havoc in this Iron Man's contest. Another near pinfall as the demon is gonna have to dig into the depths of his bag of tricks to pull out a victory in this one. Cause Charlie has turned on the Jets and he's not looking back after going up 1-0 on the demon. Charlie with a cheap shot by throwing that bat. Now he's setting the demon up. Hold on a second, the demon throttled it for a second. But Charlie executes a vertical suplex and goes for a pinfall attempt on him. The demon kicks out, staying within 1 pinfall of Charlie Race, hoping to pull even and still walk out of this contest with his belt around his waist. Another pinfall. Dallas getting a treat of all treats here in matchup number 3. As you got Royalty going up against the Spirit Realm. And the demon is perched up in finishing off mode, setting up, waiting on Charlie. And in to the Demon Slayer. Will he make Charlie tap out of this one? Yes, we are deadlocked even at 1-1. Now all the demon has to do is, stay away from Charlie for the next 2 minutes plus. Or kick the crap out of him like he's doing right about now. As he goes and grabs himself a hockey stick and laid one on the King and going for a pinfall attempt. The demon up 2-1. As he gets Charlie back into the Demon Slayer. One more again. Will Charlie tap? Yes, he taps. And the demon pulls ahead 3-2-1 in this Iron Man contest. And judging by the length it took to get one pinfall on the Demon, Charlie's not gonna make it as the Demon goes for another pinfall attempt. 4-1 out of nowhere. The Demon has passed Charlie Rates, and all Charlie can see is his tail lights before him. He's gonna have to at least get 4 pinfalls in under 2 minutes to even have a hope and a prayer to walk out of this one. The new Stormbreakers champion. And by the way, the Demon has been operating in a surgical manner. Charlie's not gonna make it. Another. You know what it was. Another damn 2 count. As we are a half a minute away from the Demon coming out of nowhere and kicking the crap out of Charlie. Can he get another pinfall for good measure? The Demon making a statement, 5 against 1 in pinfalls. And Charlie does not have enough time to make a valiant effort at this one as the Demon kicks him in the face as the bell rings. Show him some respect, baby.
Here's your winner, and still Action Champion, Demon Cruz.
The Demon is damn near invincible, party people. One hell of a contest indeed. So get ready and get set for our next contest number 4, which will be Bagman Nemo going up against Drewy next on Monolithic. Big Vega here, and I just got word from our training staff that one of the competitors in our next matchup is not quite ready to go, so we're going to bump match number 5 into the number 4 slot. So you know what that means, don't you? That's right, we get to see some girls getting gutter as Zezah takes on My Sean Harris for the Sirens Championship after this brief non-commercial break.
Before the Eye Candy Academy, I had no game. Now I make eye contact for at least 3 seconds. Thanks to coaches Champ and Tyron, I'm a high value man. Long live the Academy.
This is Real Talk Rita, and we are having a sale. Today's likes are free, so do our channel a solid and hit the like man.
following contest is a last woman standing match and is for the Extreme Zone Women's Middleweight Championship.
All right, y'all, I am back. Apologies, man. The truth about water is you can only hold it for so long. I don't see how those announcers do it. Anyway, we're getting ready and getting set for a Sirens women's matchup. And the first one to walk her way to the ring, Zezah. And the last time we saw her was 2 weeks ago in a triple threat matchup that involved the champion May Sean, where Zezah came out on top. In fact, in any matchup that those two have been involved in, Zezah is ahead 2-0. More about that later on in the matchup. One half of Amazon Ascension, the tag team between her and her sister Zezah. Zezah in her own right has been a tag team co-champion when her and her sister went under the moniker of the Flavor Girls. But she hasn't had much singles title success. In fact, this has been the closest she has been to obtaining one. And speaking of championships, there it is, your Sirens women's belt on the waist of May Sean Harris as she graces Dallas, Texas with her presence. Excuse me. It might be forming into a home field advantage for May Sean as she is from Fort Worth, Texas. Who knows? She might be claiming Dallas at this point. A proud, confident champion getting ready and getting set for a title defense here in matchup number 5, officially matchup number 4. Let's get it.
Introducing the challenger from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil,
Zezah 13 and 13.
and her opponent from Dallas, Texas, the Extreme Zone Women's Middleweight Champion, May Sean Harris.
And she became our champion back at Chaos Confined in a 6-diva elimination chamber matchup. A grueling match indeed. As you see the hardware in the air, waving like we don't care up in this piece. Sirens Women's title on the line in a last sister standing match. Or a last diva dealing or last woman walking. You pick the one and we'll roll with it. May Sean has been under a bit of a jinx ever since obtaining the Sirens Championship, dropping one to Mariska, and then to Zezah in a head-to-head contest, and then once again she was ousted by Tia Ray in that triple threat matchup 2 weeks ago. Zezah dominating the contest at the beginning. And it seems like May Sean is a tad bit shook at how Zezah's coming out with intent to snatch her title from her. The power of Zezah on full display as she's hammering out the champion like a sledgehammer to a railroad tie. And now going for a shopping trip and coming out with a kendo stick as Mayshawn had her back turned. Do not turn your back against your competitor in a match of this magnitude. Mayshawn acting as if she is a rookie doing things like that. Better watch it against a veteran such as Zezah. One wrong move and your title might be going home with Zezah. And since Mayshawn has not held the title for 90 days, if she were to lose here tonight in Dallas, she would not get an automatic rematch. 90 days or more, and then we will consider giving you one. As weaponry involved, that kendo stick still in the play. But enough of that, says Mayshawn, and bangs the head of Zezah to try to calm her down a bit. Another display of strength, this time from Mayshawn, and a double display as Zezah's on her back, but Mayshawn still wants to put her out in this last Woman Walkins contest, baby. Woman Walkins. Yeah, I got Southern roots, so I say stuff all sometimes. Anyway, enough about me fumbling the English language. We up to a 6 count. Zezah staring up at constellations, moons, and quasars. And Mayshawn's attempt to put her down one more time. Mayshawn confident she's got this one in the bag as she's standing over Zezah, and we are back up to another 6 count. And Zezah answers the bell at 9. And Zezah be in comeback mode as she is flips Mayshawn over. And a powerbomb on her. Now the combination of kicks puts down the champ long enough for Zezah to get her a breather. And now Mayshawn was receiving the count after laying on her back. But Zezah going in on her and stopping the count at 3. Instead, she doing moves like that to Mayshawn to make sure she is down permanently so she can take home the title as she goes from the top rope with a big splash on Mayshawn, and the count begins. And Zezah telling the competition where they can kiss. A lot of these wrestlers acting out of character in this event. Like I said when we started, the tension is so thick, you can cut it. Pick the object of your choice to do so. As we're up to another 2 count on the champ. And Zezah standing up tall as Mayshawn on her stomach, probably slobbering on the other side with that camera angle. Who knows? But the ladies lock it back up as Mayshawn hops up. And a cutter on Zezah right on the back of that chair. And now Zezah is about to receive a count from the referee. But she is up at the count of 4. Mayshawn quick to get on her. And not giving her an inch of ground. In her first defense of the Sirens women's title. and her first ever singles title debut. It's been a lot of that going around except for with Charlie Race. But we'll talk about that at another time. As Zezah on her back again after the power slam from Mayshawn. And we are up to a 6. And Zezah answers the call again at 8. And Mayshawn with another attempt to put her down. It's obvious. Tell them who you came to see. Mayshawn defend that Siren's title. And the hometown is going absolutely bonkers here in this last Diva dealing match. As a spear from out of oblivion puts down Zezah one more time, and I think this is like the beginning of a DOC song, y'all. This is it, y'all. It, y'all. As we're up to a 7. And now an 8 count. And Zezah digging down in the depths of despair to get up at 9. And now Mayshawn with the world's lengthiest vertical suplex on Zezah. Will this one put her out of her misery so she can go somewhere and recuperate? Doctors were suggesting that she stay out at least another week and a half or 2 weeks with that lower back injury. But she is showing you that she can be a formidable foe at about 80%. And she is convinced here that she can use that 80% to take home the Sirens Championship. A chair upside the head to Mayshawn, and now Mayshawn is feeling agony after that impactful blow from that steel chair that was delivered by Zezah. And we're up to a 7 count on Mayshawn. And another shot from the chair from Zezah. But she gets right back on her instead of trying to get another count on her. Going for something that she shouldn't have went for. And now the ladies going back and forth, and it ends in Zezah with a submission lock on Mayshawn. But Mayshawn punches her way out of that hole and now begins to punch and take control. Kabaya with a powerbomb on Zezah. And now the count begins for the umpteenth time. One hell of a card here tonight. All other matches have been coming down to the wire. So why wouldn't this one be any different than the ones that preceded it? As we are back up counting again, and Zezah's on the receiving end of the count from the ref. And now about to be the recipient of a shot to the midsection by Mayshawn, who is standing over Zezah like a hawk in the sky at night. And Zezah is the prey. Bet you don't know where that came from, do ya? Anyway, do your history on your music. Zezah coming back as I was yapping my trap about old school jams and whatnot. And now she's going for another shopping trip and coming out with a steel chair. Tried to chunk it, but it had no effect on Mayshawn, who puts her down on her stomach. Will Zezah get up and try to make a run at Mayshawn? Back up again at 8 this time. It seems that the longer the contest goes on, The earlier Zezah hops up and avoids sudden deletion in this last sister standing match. I told you, now she's up at 5. Last time she was up at 7. And now a butterfly face buster from Mason. Oh, Zezah. Is this going to be like a Kenny Loggins song? This is it. As we're up to a 5 count. And Zezah looking like she is out of gas and will not be able to respond to the 10 count. And Mason's first title defense ends in success. She is a true champion and not a paper champion. Mason with a victory over Zezah here in matchup number 4. All right, get ready and get set for Bagman Nemo defending the Mercury's Moniker championship against Little Drury from Station 6 here on Monolithic.
This is Maddie Chatterbox encouraging you to hit the like man. They're only free 99. So once again, hit the like button to help our channel grow.
The following champion versus champion contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the Alliance Zone Cruiserweight Championship.
Mercury's Moniker Cruiserweight divisional title on the line here in matchup number 5. Bumped up. And the first competitor in this matchup, Little Drury from Station 6, on his way to clock in tonight. In fact, last time we saw him in action, he was coming back from a slight calf injury. Took care of business against Terry Tony, hence the reason why he is in this contest here tonight on this gigantic stage, which is Monolithic. Now I'm gonna have to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. It was Drury's calf that was nagging him. So the trainer rubbed a little something on it and rubbed it the right way, I guess, because he's out here as if he was Johnny Gill ready to get down here in matchup number 5. 5-5. Can't believe it. One more and we are out the door after this one. And here is your Mercury's Moniker champion, Bagman Nemo. And the last time we saw him get down in action was back in February against Kid Psycho, where he fell in a head-to-head lockup with the Minister of Madness, Kid Psycho. And I've been weighing my options to see if the next Mercury's Moniker title defense will be a multiple competitor match. Anyway, we getting ready to get it here in matchup number 5.
Introducing the challenger from Louisville, Kentucky, weighing in at 180 pounds, Drew E. Cox. And his opponent from parts unknown, weighing in at 151 pounds, the Alliance Zone Cruiserweight Champion, Bad Man E. Moore.
Current reign, 56 days. You saw his accolades along with Drewey's. Multiple titles between these two. As the belt that puts it all into perspective goes up into the sky and is about to be defended by Bagman Nemo. All right, y'all, this is an official 15-minute time limit. 10-minute, my bad. 10-minute submission match. You have to make your opponent tap out or quit the match in order to proclaim victory here in this championship matchup. Speed and agility personified per the name of this division. Mercury's Moniker. And you know, I have a hell of a time keeping my mouth shut. It's taking everything within me to not spill this secret. Anyway, man, this Mercury's Moniker division is soon to heat up here in the near future. As we get to the end of April, we will be realigning everything, reevaluating everybody's performances, and you might find a couple of your favorites in a bigger and better situation in regards to divisions that they are in. So stay tuned. Keep rocking with us. And assist us and walk along with us on our journey to growth up in this piece. As Drewy, as a champion, in a bad way, and whips him into the ring. Once again, submission only, as both of the gentlemen miss on the attack, but Nemo with the first strike after the miscue, only to be caught by a high knee from Drewy, who maintains the seat of the driver in this vehicle, which is the Mercury's Moniker championship matchup. Got a door into play as the punches go directly to the bag from Drewy. But as I stated and will keep stating, you have to find a lock, a hold, and hold it long and strong enough to make your opponent tap. Back suplex, German style, followed up by a missile drop kick on Drewy from Bagman Nemo, who is in his street fighting gear. And to tell you the truth, both of these competitors act as if it is a street fight, because they going to the depths of debauchery with the object of winning this contest is to make your opponent submit or quit. As it has turned into an old school ECW brawl. here at the top of our main event. As Drewy and El Nemo, aka Bagman Nemo, are actually even at this point of the matchup. Nobody has locked anything on anybody. All you see is impact moves as Drewy is now having a life choke out of him by Bagman Nemo. And Drewy with a hillbilly punch off the middle rope. And El Nemo slow to get back on the go. And Drewy maintains control of the matchup, but as I run my mouth about him doing good, Bagman Nemo comes back to make me shut my mouth and rethink my trajectory. As a miss from Nemo, but he connects with a missile dropkick to the chest of Drewy. As we are almost down to 5 minutes even in this contest. Drewy with a counter quick kick to the face, and both gentlemen miss again on an aerial attack. But Drewy, the quick one out of the two to make good do of the miscue, and a Kinshasa kick to the bag of Bagman Nemo. Is this going to be Drewy's strategy about going to the arms of Bagman and then locking said arms into some type of hold to make him submit so he can go home as the Mercury's Moniker Cruiserweight Champion? His accolades at the beginning of this matchup, man, this dude has had his hands on numerous titles. And him and El Nemo actually have something very much in common. It seems like when Jill left El Nemo and Becca Sue left Drewy, or Drewy left Becca Sue, ever since they've been on their own, they've been killing it. That's what I want to say. Drewy always in the picture when it comes to the title discussion in his division, and El Nemo, of course, is the top of the division. Just a reminder to never look at endings, always look at them as a new beginning. These two have had a burst of life thrusted back into them over the past 6 months. Submission move yielded no fruit. That was applied by Drewy. But El Nemo really slow to get up, favoring that left arm, only to get up and take down Drewy with a running leg scissors, and now he has Drewy in a submission position. But Drewy as tough as a $3 steak turns it on again, and the momentum swings the way of the member from Station 6. Now Nemo digging down with a sense of urgency, trying to respond to the offense from Drewy that has had him down for the last 30 seconds or so. Perched up on the top turnbuckle, waiting on Drewy to wake up so he can hit him with a spinning arm drag takedown. Now locked in a submission hold. Leg scissor submission. Will Drewy tap out, or with his fortitude shine through here in matchup number 5? Drewy still alive after that exchange from Bagman Nemo. And now, hold on a second. A rope stunner by Drewy, who is up on the top rope. And now slammed to the canvas by Bagman Nemo. Baseball bat into play, but he doesn't get to use it as a gigantic kick from Drewy. And now the momentum meter is back in the court of El Nemo. I keep calling him El Nemo. I'm owe myself $50 after this one. Bagman Nemo. El Nemo was here when he was first introduced to our roster. Well, since then, he has evolved. And I got to get with the time. He's not El Nemo anymore. He is Bagman Nemo. Man, I done screwed his name up about 5 times. As Drewy with a moonsault on to Bagman Nemo. See, I got it right that time. And we are down to about 15 seconds. And neither one of the gentlemen can hardly stand in this submission-only matchup. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Your Mercury's Moniker championship matchup is in a draw, which means Bagman Nemo retains his title here tonight in Dallas, Texas. All right, y'all, we on the pay to Rick grind, so it's main event time next here on Monolithic.
This is Real Talk Rita, and we are having a sale. Today's likes are free, so do our channel a solid and hit the like man.
All right, we are locked and loaded. Fatal 4-way Diva Championship action headed your way. In our
The
main
following
event, baby.
contest is a fatal 4-way tables, ladders, and chairs match, and is for the Extreme Zone Hardcore Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Beverly Hills, California,
Olivia Emerson punching in for duty here in our main event. And get a load of her new theme song. It's called Dazzling Display. Definitely what she is when she is in ring. Like this moment 2 weeks ago when she put down the champion, Kaiva Okoye, in a head-to-head bout. One of
introducing the challenger from Honolulu, Hawaii, Marcel.
And speaking of the new themes, this one has one as well. Marcella Morocco finds herself in the midst of this championship race because of actions like that. By the way, she outright dominated Yuvani in an episode of 4 Star Friday. She displays dominance in the ring and poise outside of the ring. Well, heck, she's just simply magnificent. She's been on a bit of an up and down hill since he transferred over from our Rising Frequency Farmworks program, but she doesn't go on too big of a losing streak or a win streak. She's even keeled. And tonight she's gonna put all of her skills on display in this Fatal 4-Way TLC matchup. And we got somebody else to do music, baby!
The Infiltrators. From Geneva, Switzerland,
Taryn Jerry in the house, clocking in, about to put some work down on these sisters in this main event. Like you see her doing right there to one of the competitors that has already made her way to the ring, Olivia Emerson. She slays all comers in her path. As you know, we do pre-recorded matches. And if I was to put her matches back to back to back, she'd probably go on a 5 or 6 match win streak. But anyway, the champions of the house. Let's get it.
the Extreme Zone Hardcore Women's Champion,
Obtained this very title at Chaos Confined. But the last time she was intertwined in battle, she came up short against Olivia Emerson. I'm not gonna bet my money against the champ in an unpredictable matchup like this. So look it. Kaiva Okoye obtained her Hellas Hybrid Championship here tonight. Looking focused as ever, and we are ready and set to get it on, big baby. Let's do it. Everybody set and ready to go here in Dallas, Texas. As these 4 competitors out of the Hellas Hybrid division are about to bang heads here in matchup number 6 of the evening. Man, speaking of the evening, it went a tad bit quick to my liking. I'm talking crap. The timing was just perfect, man. Nice setup here tonight in our earlier matchups. And once again, I apologize for the delay on the Drewy versus El Nemo matchup. But hey, sometimes wrestlers are not ready directly in the moment. A strenuous job they have, and just thank the gods that the trainers have heavenly and magical hands to let Drewy compete. Anyway, let's talk about the Hellas Hybrid Championship that is currently on the line. New rules implemented in regards to the Aries God of War division as well as the Hellas Hybrid Championship division. Due to the fact that we got so many rookies chomping at the bit to get in here, we had to make up some rules. And the rules go a little something like this. No automatic rematch clause for both divisions. If you lose it, you got to work your way back up into at least the top 6 in your division, or the top 5, as these belts will no longer be defended in a one-on-one way. All of the matches in the Hellas Hybrid and the Ares God of War Championship Division are declared multiple competitor matches anytime the belts go up for grabs. So there it is in the print for you. And we got some ways for them to advance up out of that division as well. 10 wins or more, or if you win one of those championships 3 times, you will automatically be elevated to the next tier of my choosing. And that's it, and that's that. And now back to the action. Flat on her back is Marcella from that slam by the champion. Nobody has dared to put up a ladder and make an attempt at the belt that is suspended over the middle of the ring. And as I get to run in my gap, at least I thought Taryn Jerry was about to make an attempt. She stumbles her way into an X Factor by Olivia. And in return gives her a bulldog. Kyla and Marcella been going at it since the bell run, and as I talk, they switch dance partners again. Man, hard as hell to keep your eye on 4 feisty competitors, let alone more. So yeah, as long as you stay within the top, I guess if you have 8 in your division, including your champ, well, 7, yeah. So stay in the top 7 in those divisions and you'll have yourself a chance at a championship shot. Nice move by Kaiba Okoye. I think they call that the wicked stepsister. If I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to do my homework. Excuse me for fumbling my words. Anyway, it's late in the evening. This one ain't going nowhere no time soon, as we have not had anybody set up a ladder and at least try to make an attempt at the ever so hanging high title that is on the line in this matchup. The champ on the other side of the apron, just waking up to get back to business. She ready to get in there and defend her title to the fullest. And a cold cock to the head of the champion with a chair, as she is shaken up, and it looks bad for my pick. In the last couple of minutes or so, she's been getting walloped. And Taryn Jerry is now staring up at the ceiling as Marcella and Kaiba duke it out on the outside. A chair shot from Olivia to the skull of Marcella Morocco. And now Olivia coming back to life like a Soda Soul song, hitting everything that moves until she walks into that cross arm neckbreaker by the champ. And back in the ring, Marcella and Taryn Jerry are. Now for ladies back into this grueling matchup. And no one is or has made an attempt to climb the ladder and touch the title yet. Back suplex by Taryn on Olivia, and now she has a clear path upward, up close and personal with the Hellas Hybrid Championship title. But the champ, radar on point, sensing a bit of danger, gets up there and overts the attempt by Taryn Jerry, who looks to be setting the champ up for a ladder, a crossroads off the top of the ladder. Man, that was nasty. As Olivia making her an attempt to become champion, she's knocked down by Taryn Jerry, who is now up there all by her lonesome. But Marcella pushes the ladder out of the way and is no longer in play as the electric chair dropped by Marcella Morocco on Taryn Jerry. And now she comes back to the champ and hits her with a Samoan drop. And now it looks like she's getting ready to finish the champ off with a little something nasty. And she does it again. And now Marcella grips up the ladder momentarily, but she is popped to the back with a kendo stick being wheeled by Taryn Jerry, the champ. Hitting Taryn Jerry with a spear. And now she's giving her a bit of kendo stickology here in our main event. These girls are getting gutter for that gold. As Olivia rolled out, but Marcella, well, there's two on the mat now. Every time I try to get my words out, the action happens so quick, you can barely keep up with it. Right on to the edge of that table. That power slam by Kaiba Okoye issued out on. Marcella Morocco has her a little bit dizzy. And Taryn Jerry takes the opportunity. Hold up a reversal by Marcella Morocco. And now Marcella going shopping and coming out with a ladder as Olivia throws another chair into the fold. Super kick downs the champion. And a back butterfly type suplex onto the ladder issued out by Marcella onto Olivia. Now all four ladies are up and the collision or the colliding looks like a demolition site. As a kick to the back from Taryn Jerry on Olivia. They are getting down and dirty. That is the definition of what is going down here in our main event. The champ setting up Taryn Jerry for a spinning scoop slam, and out the ring goes Taryn Jerry, and now the champ with the ladder. Hold on a second. In the background, you saw her throw it down. What the hell is going down with the logic of the champ in regards to defending her title here tonight? Ladder standing upright, and nobody is making their way to it to take advantage. Instead, they rather beat the crap out of each other, which makes for better ratings. So let me quit my yapping about something. As Marcella head up the ring, and now onto the strap. She's got one more to go. Interference by Kaiba Okoye. Will Marcella take the title home? as Olivia assists Marcella, and Marcella is our brand new Hellas Hybrid champion.
Here is your winner, and new Extreme Zone Hardcore Women's Champion, Marcella Morocco.
Kudos to Marcella Morocco and our main event coming out on top, and our brand new Hellas Hybrid champion to boot. Check this out, party people. It's been a blast. But we getting ready to gear up and get up out of here. We love you, Dallas, Texas, and to all tuning in, good night.